I'm Elijah Kamau, the chairperson Kitogot and Kaibei WRUA.
I'm Uganda Opili, Secretary Malakisi WRUA, Busia County.
I'm Eunice Jairua. I come from Nandi County. Chairperson KENAWRUA, Treasurer Kenya National Association of WRUAs.
My name is Laban Rupekorelach, Chairperson of WRUA under the Elgon Cherangai Sub-Basin. I'm based in West Pokot County, and this extends up to the Lake Victoria North Basin. And I am a delegate to the KENAWRUA National Umbrella Organization. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with our first question. So mind you telling us what you got today, what you learned from the session we had within this region?
The day was great, with KENAWRUA and the WRA bringing us together as WRUAs. We have learned a lot, but we need to come together so that we can tackle the challenges we are facing, especially we in Trans Nzoia County. We have Mount Elgon Water Tower where I come from, and we have challenges. And I've noted that it is through this collaboration that we can work together and then we can make it.
Okay, thank you.
What I've learned today that there's a very important umbrella called KENAWRUA that we can air views through it so that we can have. I also learned the power of social media. That is so powerful to give us to solve our problems. The challenges we've had as a WRUA was with the registrar of societies. How I wished if KENAWRUA could arrange such like a meeting with us and invite officials from the registrar of societies so that they can capacity build the WRUAs, because it's like most of WRUAs are ignorant of some things, some policies with the registration and annual returns issues. Thank you.
Okay, today I was happy because in this meeting we were about 3 women representing WRUAs, and I want to advocate that in future let's have as many women being leaders of WRUAs. We want to also bring the youth to our WRUAs so that they may be assisting us in social media.
Inclusivity in our WRUAs. That is.
Thank you very much. I was very excited for this invitation that has given me and my colleagues, the WRUA fraternity, together with water ambassadors, Water Resources Authority, and other stakeholders to address the dire effects of the negative human activities over our forests. The forest covers have lately, over the years, been receding because of wanton destruction of the forests, especially the natural forests, as well as the exotic forests. And consequently, the forest cover is rendered bare, and together with other negative human activities through farming methods that are not very friendly to supporting the river courses to remain clean. There is a lot of pollution in our rivers. There is a lot of receding water levels. The quality levels of our waters and our rivers are badly affected. And consequently, we have the human population suffering a lot of diseases that are waterborne, just because we have recklessly mishandled our environment. So I was glad that the leadership of KENAWRUA, with the support of WRA, water ambassadors, and other stakeholders, have deemed it fit to go around the country and to go around our regions to bring in the stakeholders so that we can address this joint problem, because it's already a national problem that we have. We are becoming a country that will be having a crisis not too long, and together with the challenges of climate change, we are going to have a lot of conflicts over the dwindling water resources and other natural resources. So my take is that I am most grateful to the leadership of my colleagues, the WRUA leaders, together with the other stakeholders, that we can come together honestly to address the challenges that are facing us, are facing our people. And one thing I have learned is that there is no better approach except the integrated approach of every stakeholder, involving not only the organizations, the structures of the government, but the community leadership, which led by the WRUAs, the forest associations, and together with the county governments, the national government. And therefore, I personally have been pleased to know that as we continue to focus on solution-based approaches, including, of course, the indigenous knowledge that has been there. So I'm glad that we have agreed as leadership that this is the only way forward to address the challenges of the quantity of water in our rivers and our river courses, as well as, of course, the swamps that have been negatively interfered with by human nature. Thank you.
All right. Quick one. We have noted we have moved from 166 rivers to a point where we are sitting at 55. What is that technology or methods that we think we need to embrace to make sure we are adapting to using smart meters and helping the farmers to get rid and move from these water resources area, the riparian area? What is your advice and what is your take on that?
I have a feeling that we have to integrate both the indigenous knowledge as well as the scientific knowledge to be able to gather data of how bad the situation is, which already you have mentioned. And from over 166 rivers dwindled down to 55, that is highly alarming. And therefore, it means there is a lot of negative effect on productivity in every sense. Productivity in our agriculture, productivity in our households, and definitely that has a focus on a lot of negative impact on any development agenda, whether from the national perspective or even our county level integrated development plans. So therefore, it's important that we must go scientific. We must. This is something that we have to avert war between communities because of dwindling water resources. So therefore, it is alarming, and it calls for crisis urgent management by all stakeholders.
Again, it's very, very sad that if you don't get it right about water, nothing else will go correct. So what is your take, and what is the best practices that you're having from your WRUAs that is enabling us to have the best practices within our natural resource setup, to be specific, water resources?
Of course, it's true. We have had over-exploitation of water resource. And I think that new innovation through different government entities or even partners, if we change from sourcing water directly from the river to farms, and we use, for example, drip irrigation. Also, if we have a couple of neglected dams, if they can be revived, then we'll find ourselves with excess water from the rains, and through this, I believe that now we'll stop this over-dependence on our natural rivers, and we understand that the population has also risen.
Okay, so I don't know if you have any take from you, sir or madam. What are these technology or you're embracing back in your rules to make sure we have a sustainable practices?
My take is we are going back, first of all, to emphasize on the working conditions between our administrators and all the stakeholders concerned, so that we can ensure the riparians are left alone, and the WRUAs are back on conservation matters.
What are the major and the best practices from your end?
Meanwhile, I may wish to fully support what my colleagues have said, that there has to be a paradigm shift because of the dire negative situation we have found ourselves in as a country. So one critical thing I would like to emphasize, what my colleagues have said, has to do with the policy. Policy at national level, policy at every other level, the county governments. Therefore, the policies have to seriously address very urgent, first of all, awareness creation within the communities. There has to be a lot of sensitization from at every point within our communities. And what we are doing as WRUAs is to see to it that we work with other stakeholders, the county government and other stakeholders, to see to it that our catchments are well preserved. We protect our water sources and their streams. And we also have the swamps that have been negatively affected by human activities. We've gone to the extent of farming on those swamp areas and therefore affecting the water levels. And at the same time, we have to do a serious policy activity control of agriculture that is causing a lot of pollution. When we use chemicals that are going to affect the water quality, and at the same time, we must protect, including whatever afforestation efforts we make. We should not only just plant the trees or the friendly trees to be able to assist enhancing the water sources, but we have to also agree to talk to our communities to get rid of blue gum trees along the water sources. And at the same time, we must be able to fence off areas that we need to protect, and as well as gazette them, and at the same time have titles for them being under the community and the government. Thank you.
As a parting shot, what is your advice, recommendation to other WRUAs? And mostly you talked about having youths in your organization.
Yeah. I understand that this planet belongs to us all, the youth and the elder. So the youth need to up their game and come join us so that we can protect this planet, because they will not have any place to live tomorrow. I understand that they are very innovative, and it is now and not tomorrow. They need to do it to support climate change mitigation agenda. They need to support it. And also, county government and national government need also to support this age bracket, so that at the end of the day, we can have a place to live.
Okay, thank you. And I love the fact that you had passion about you mentioned about having youths in your organization and looking forward to embrace what we call Kenya Water Ambassador and your youths to be part of that. So that is a great attitude and we really appreciate for your inputs.
I'm very grateful to the water ambassadors. How do you call it? Ambassadors of water? Or
Kenya Water Ambassador.
Kenya water ambassadors. I welcome you to WRUA so that you can come and meet other youths so that they can help in management and conservation of environment.
That is it. Advocacy, we coming in as youths. We learn from you while taking the mantle to safeguard and advocate for natural resources. Madam, what is your parting shot for today?
Today I'm happy because one of my youth is a member of Kenya Water Ambassadors, and I'm going to advocate so that many of the youth that I have in my WRUA will join Kenya Water Ambassadors.
All right. Sir, your parting shot and recommendation.
My parting shot is that, first of all, I am highly pleased that we have in place already the Kenya Water Ambassadors, being the youthful team that are taking a front lead in terms of water and environment conservation, side by side with all other leaders and the elderly team like mine and my colleagues here. So I would say the future of today's world belongs to not only us, but more to the youth. And our strength and our future is that of our youth. So definitely going forward, we have to integrate, have more of the youthful population within that integrated structures of water and environment conservation. At the same time, not forgetting the women, because the women and the youth are our strength. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was one of very fantastic interview, and I'm pleased to have you as panelists. So from here, I would like to say thank you from KENAWRUA Podcast, and with all that in mind, I would love to end the interview for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.